I missed out on the whole thing, to be honest with you. I was confused by it. I was very confused by the whole thing, if I'm being honest.
I want you, babe.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm honestly surprised this song is so well received by K-pop fans, but I guess this is a bit of an unpopular opinion. I would definitely eat this song up in middle school, but as of right now I just can't take this song seriously. The violins combined with the dark piano and the overall delivery of the lyrics is just corny, in my personal opinion. I don't think it's outright terrible, but there are certainly less corny and cliché ways to execute a dark, orchestral sound that won't make me roll my eyes every time there's an ad-lib. I don't know, this is probably her messiest sounding comeback. I feel like it's just a tad too high for her, or she's just singing a little too intense for this instrumental. Like, the vocals are just a little too harsh in my ear, even though I don't think her voice sounds bad. The lyrics are also super awkward. Boy, that is sabotage. You really know what's the deal. You're like a record in a black box I wish to hide? Bitch, what does that even mean? This sounds like the songs I would write in 5th grade. It's not cute. These keys that sound like they're underwater are so irritating. It would be one thing if they were just an accent to the instrumental, but they loop, exactly the same, throughout the entire song. They do not change or get any quieter at any point, and honestly, they aren't even pleasant to listen to. I think this song probably could have been fine if it weren't for the keys, like that's how terrible I think this sample selection was. So terrible to the point where it's all I'm going to complain about for this entire review. I don't know, I feel like the energy of this song just needed to be pushed further. They brought in intense, anthemic guitars and horns, but are too scared to give me powerful, or actually real, drums. The vocals also feel incredibly underwhelming and honestly, a bit half-assed. Those weak woes in the pre- and post-chorus feel like a joke over the instrumental they're paired with. They're not bad singers at all, they're just singing so light and airy over what's supposed to be a bombastic track. Whatever. It's very obvious that there was little care put into making this song sound good. The instrumental is decent, I guess, but the overall production is so cheap sounding. It sounds like how the radio sounds in my 2001 Honda, which isn't really a cute look for the original recording. I genuinely just can't believe the budget of this. They couldn't give them something for their damn disbandment song? Like Jesus Christ, this actually makes me sad. Rest in peace Weki Meki. There's not too much to say about this song. It's a very standard, retro-inspired synth-pop track, which is a sound that is so incredibly played out at this point that it's near impossible for a song like this to be interesting. I don't know, it's not bad, but I'm sick of hearing songs come out that sound exactly like this while doing nothing different from the hundreds of others that came before. If you're a bigger fan of this genre than I am, you'll probably like this a lot more, because there's nothing really wrong with it. Yeah, I don't know about this one. The song goes absolutely nowhere. I kept waiting for something more interesting, or some sort of drop to happen, but it just never did. It's definitely got interesting sounds and the production is as aggressive as I'd want it to be, but it overall comes across as kinda boring. This song also samples Tame Impala, which is odd to me, because why wouldn't you use that in a more interesting way? Why this Tokyo Drift knockoff? It feels out of place, especially when it doesn't lead the song in a different direction or towards a different breakdown. I don't know, it feels like the entire purpose of this comeback was just to give her fans new clips to gag over. It's working, though, because she looks fantastic. I think it becomes even more noticeable with each newjeans release just how uninteresting their vocal arrangements are. It doesn't really matter with a song like Ditto or Super Shy, because the songs were catchy and sounded unique regardless. With a song like Supernatural, that lacks that catchiness or even just an interesting hook, it becomes really obvious just how basic the vocal layering is. Which is to say, there is essentially none. LMFAO. The concept is cool, the song is okay. I think the song just doesn't really match the energy or punch of the music video, or concept in general. Like, I get they wanted it to be a dark anti-drop, but I just don't think it worked here, especially with how slow and meandering the verses are. It lacks anything that makes me want to revisit the song on its own, apart from the visuals. It's uncharacteristically boring for an Everglow title. Like, even if you don't always like it, you could never say Everglow had boring titles until now. I'm all for groups exploring new directions, but don't throw away everything that differentiated you from your peers. I could see Purple Kiss, Pixie, or even Billy releasing something like this. I don't know. Colors as a B-side is kinda more stereotypical Everglow, but it's also one of the most irritating B-sides of the year so far. Maybe I should be grateful that wasn't the title. It's whatever. It's a catchy song, I just wish it did a little bit more. There's moments of the song that feel a bit Daft Punk-esque, especially with the robotic vocals, and it would have been dope if they made the actual song feel more electronic to really lean into that. It's just generic otherwise, but, overall, it's better than some others in this same genre. I do think this is a pretty good song, I just don't really think I'll listen to it, like, ever. The rap parts are a little irritating, but other than that, there's nothing about this song that gets on my nerves. It's just a little underwhelming. I think this song has a kinda cute vibe. I just take issue with how they build up this powerful chorus and then it drops into something incredibly underwhelming. Like, having a drum fill and drop out before the chorus just to go into literally the same thing with the same melodies and drums makes no damn sense. I also wish the bright electric guitar they had playing a chord here and there was more present in the instrumental, because honestly the synths they used for this are boring. But, like I said, it's a cute vibe. Obligatory major unpopular opinion of the video here. I wasn't really gagged by this. I've seen many people compare this song to Crazy in Love by Beyonce, which definitely heightened my expectations. It certainly follows that format and structure, but if you listen to Crazy in Love and this song back to back, it becomes quite clear what ABCD is lacking. It's just not energetic enough. It's catchy, but it doesn't hit as hard as I feel like it should. Also, I mean this with no hate to Nayeon, but the vocals on this track just are not powerful or full enough to match the vibe she's going for. I don't know. But, again, the song is good and it's definitely catchy, I just won't really have this on repeat like it seems everyone else does. She knows how to create some good B-sides though. It's cute. It's a very poppy song compared to what I've heard from Wave in the past. The production is just a little bit messy. I don't think this song is bad, it's just missing something. It has all the pieces it needs to be a great song, but for some reason it's just good. I think this is a pretty good song. It's very basic, but it's well constructed. I think they have a lot of potential as a group, I just haven't seen much super interesting from them yet. But yeah, either way, this song is pretty good. Let me say one thing right now, I really do like this song. It has grown on me a ton since I first heard it, and I think this is much better than Supernatural, and honestly both their previous Korean singles as well. I'm kinda just using this spot to talk about something that worries me about newjeans in terms of their music. I feel whoever is behind their production is misinterpreting what made their songs so well liked. It wasn't simply just the fast, drum and bass inspired rhythms, it wasn't the light and airy vocals, it was its catchiness. Catchiness won't make a song good, but newjeans could always create simple, well put together songs that would be stuck in your head for the rest of the day. While I like this song more than I used to, it just doesn't really have that same pull as their older music. It's just unfortunate to see newjeans producers and managers lose sight of what it was that made the group feel special. But again, I like the song, I just unfortunately had to use this spot to talk about this. So, I guess this is going to be the last song with the original KEP1 lineup. The sound of this honestly feels like a mix of current Twice and early Loona, and I think it's cute. It's definitely one of the best titles they've released and I have a feeling everyone will love this. It's a very spacey, fluttery synth-pop track and I don't mind it at all. I do like the album a lot though, the consistency of the theming is great. Every song seems to be taking on a more spacey, almost classier sound even as they explore different styles of music on different songs. I'll start off with what I love, which is the relative complexity of the instrumental songwriting compared to most other K-pop rock songs. The drumming style is great and I love what they do with the guitars, especially since you usually never get to hear interesting riffs or guitar tones in K-pop. Overall, this is one of the most well put together and executed songs they've released. The only reason I'm not rating this like a 4 is just because it's a style of rock that doesn't really appeal too much to me, even as a big rock fan. Like it's just a little too Palae Royale for me. No offense to any Palae Royale fans watching this, I know a lot of K-pop stans seem to love them. I like it, I think the chorus is energetic and catchy and overall, just delivers everything it needs to be a good simple summer K-pop comeback. I wish the verses had a little more oomph to them because they feel pretty basic in comparison, and some of the melodies are a little awkward, but they aren't outright bad. I think it's a good example of making simplistic, and honestly unoriginal, sounds feel fresh and fun. The rap section was completely unnecessary though and was just a speed bump in the momentum of this song, and the music video is incredibly unfortunate. I like this. I think we could have gone way more energetic with it, but the melodies are a lot more interesting than a lot of other K-pop rockish songs. The chorus is great. I wish the second verse got a bit of that chorus sound extended to it to make the song sound a bit more dynamic though. This is surprising for me because I haven't really been a huge fan of Hybe's output, but this is great. It's not anything special, but I think it's a good example of how to do great, simple pop rock. I think if this group keeps up with fun, well-constructed pop songs they could easily join my stan list. It's hard to find complaints about this song, despite it just not being very original, because it does the genre it's attempting super well. I don't mind basicness if the song is great, and this is. Let's keep this up. I think this is probably the most unique music video concept that K-pop has brought us this year so far. But I always expect uniqueness from Red Velvet when it comes to visuals, so that's not a surprise. My one complaint about this song is that I wish it used more acoustic elements, especially with the concept being them in fields wearing midsummer-esque outfits. Like, I expect a tiny bit of a folksy vibe from the music when you show me that. But, either way, I love the song, and every B-side is great. I actually think I like the verses/pre-choruses/bridge more than the chorus in this case, even though I don't think the chorus is bad.